Hey guys, how are the preparations coming along for the Vinayaka Chaturthi? Whenever there is festival at home, it brings so much of happiness and color to our lives. Especially all your relatives like your siblings, your cousins, your family members and friends all are under one roof to celebrate. And one thing which is very common during festival is the food. We make so many varieties of food and enjoy the delicacies, especially those luxury foods which we don't make it every day. And Kesar Peda is one of the splendid treat for your guests and especially for kids. So on this very happy and auspicious occasion, I would like to wish you all a very happy Vinayaka Chaturthi, and let's get started to see how to make Kesar Peda. For this recipe, you need very few ingredients, that is 2 cups of milk powder, 14-ounce can of condensed milk, 1 stick of butter, 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom powder, 2 tablespoons of milk, a pinch of saffron for the recipe and for garnishing as well. I have taken some grated pistachios just for garnishing. That's it. And one thing you need to keep in mind while making Kesar Peda is the consistency. If you undercook it, your pedas are gonna taste raw. If you overcook it, they're gonna become like a hard candy, and both are not good. So you need to keep stirring it continuously, and once you get the desired consistency, shut the flame immediately. And that is how you make the perfect Kesar Pedas. Before I start with the recipe, first I'm adding the saffron into the milk, and I will soak this for a good 10 to 15 minutes for the saffron to leave its color. Now into a pot, I'm adding 1 stick of butter. I will let the butter melt completely, and make sure your flame is on the lower side because you don't want to burn the butter. If you don't want to use the butter, you can always use 4 to 5 tablespoons of desi ghee, which is the clarified butter. Now that the butter has completely melted, I will add the milk powder. Here is a small tip. The milk powder I'm using, it's like a small granules, and if you want a smoother and fine peda, then you can blend this into a fine powder and then add it to the butter. Before adding the condensed milk, I will roast the milk powder for a good 3 to 4 minutes under medium flame. The key factor is to keep stirring the milk powder continuously, and don't even take out your spatula for a second, as the milk powder is very delicate, can get burnt very easily. Now that the milk powder has slightly changed in color, it's time to add in the condensed milk. So in goes the condensed milk, and I will reduce the flame from medium to low. Now I will continue to mix this till I get desired consistency. Now you can see here, this mixture is slightly runny, but as I continue to cook, this mixture will become stiff. Now we are halfway through, so I will add in the cardamom powder and mixing it well. Now to this, I will add the saffron soaked milk and will mix it until the saffron milk is well incorporated. Now this is the right consistency, so I will shut the flame. Now if you're thinking the mixture is still soft, don't worry. You need to let this cool for like 4 to 5 minutes so that it is easier for you to handle the mixture. So once it cools down a little, the mixture starts to harden, and as you knead it, it becomes like a dough. And when I say you need to let it cool down, don't let it cool down completely because the mixture needs to be still warm enough to make the pedas. If it cools down completely, this mixture will start to crumble and you will not be able to make pedas out of it. Now I am greasing the plate with a little bit of ghee. Onto the greased plate, placing the peda mixture, and it is still quite hot, but I have to knead this mixture before it cools down. So I am kneading this for about a minute. Now we'll flatten this mixture by greasing my palms like this. And just to smoothen the surface, I am using a offset spatula. You can also use the bottom of the plate or a rolling pin. At this stage, you can form them like a small laddu, but today I'm going to show you an easy way to make these pedas. They're going to look a little different than the usual ones. So here I have a small cookie cutter. So just dipping the cookie cutter into the ghee so that the peda mixture doesn't stick to the cookie cutter. So with the help of this cookie cutter, I can simply cut out the pedas easily and there is no rolling hassle. Now I'm done making all my Kesar Pedas. So here I'm arranging them onto a plate, and I will sprinkle some grated pistachios, and will also garnish the pedas with some saffron strands to bring out more color to the pedas. And here are the glorious looking Kesar Pedas all ready to indulge. Thank you so much for learning this recipe with me. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And if you like this recipe, give it a thumbs up. And there are more such very interesting and quick and easy recipes coming up. And if you don't want to miss those recipes, all you need to do is just click on the subscribe button and get subscribed. And you'll get notified automatically once after I post the video. And for detailed recipe, log on to my website at www.meghascookingchannel.com, and you can also follow me on social media for more recipe updates. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.